It's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get him. I met this guy when I was probably 10 years old. He was a drug dealer who provided drugs for my father. I liked what I saw and became attracted to him. Okay. Years went by, and when I was about 15, he showed back up. Long story short, he was 17 years older than me, and I was interested in the finer things in life, and I was on the wrong path, dropping out of school and so forth. We dated for a while. He was very abusive, and at age 17, I became pregnant. He went to jail, and I grew up. I went to school and got my diploma. I went to college, received my degree, and I'm now working on my bachelor's degree. My child is now 7, and the last time he saw his biological father was when he was under the age of 1. The baby daddy is on child support, which he hasn't made a payment on in 6 years. And the only time he makes a payment is when he's arrested and has to pay the full purge to get out of jail. He now owes my son, get this, $30,000. He wants visitation, but my child doesn't even know this guy. The last time he saw this guy was when my son was 6 months old, and he beat her. He actually beat her while she was holding her son. I'm going to go ahead and summarize this. But anyway, she's in a healthy relationship right now, and she wants to know, is it wrong for her not to want him to see his son, or not to let him see his son? Now, the main thing about this particular letter is I definitely think that you should be praying. And if you're watching my strawberry letters, if you watched any of them, you know that's the advice I give every writer for every strawberry letter. Prayer is important. Prayer changes things. That is the commonality in every single strawberry letter. You should be praying about your situation. But as far as my opinion goes, I think that the thing that I would be praying about specifically is that God would reveal to me his intentions. Because he comes up out of nowhere, doesn't even take care of the child, now he wants to see him. I would be praying to God to reveal to me, does he really want to take an active role in his son's life, or is he just trying to disrupt mine? This man, you said, was abusive. And from what I've seen in throughout my life, is that abusers oftentimes feel like somebody is their property. It may bother him that you went on to create a happy little family with the other guy that you said your son looks up to as a father. You already have a happy family. Life's been great to you. He may be jealous, may feel like you still belong to him, and just wants to weasel his way back into your life and your child's life. This may actually have nothing to do with the child. It may just be his one area of getting back into your life. So I would be praying that God would reveal to me his intentions so that I will know that. That's the number one thing that I would be doing. And the second thing about this particular letter is you're not keeping him from his son. He's keeping himself away from his son. If he wanted to be in his son's life, if that was truly the most paramount thing to him, then he would have paid his child support. Because if he's paying his child support actively, he can go to the court and petition to see his son. He's not willing to do that. So as far as I'm concerned, you're not keeping him away from his son. He's keeping himself away from his son. But my thing is, if he decides to get on a straight and narrow, and if he's, making restitution and finding a way to pay you back the money that he owes you, then I would be more inclined to believe that he is actually interested in being in his child's life. But that's the main thing that I would be praying about. The last time you were with him, he abused you. So I understand how on a personal level, you may feel that you don't want him near his son, but he is the child's father. And if he's making the effort, regardless of how you feel, so that's the main thing, is trying to separate yourself from your feelings and the child. The last time he did abuse you, and that's wrong, and you have every right not to want him in your life. But he is the child's father, and that may not be the reason why he shouldn't be in his son's life. And I know that people may not agree with that, but did he change? You didn't say in this letter if he changed. Is he a better man? Is he a Christian now? How has he changed? If he's the same old guy from years ago, I say no. No, don't let him back in his life. But if he's a changed man, you can't use your past with him to interfere with his future with his son, if you understand what I'm saying. So the main thing that I would be doing is be praying to God to help him to reveal to me this man's true intentions. Is he really here for me to try to disrupt my life? Or is he really trying to be a good father to our son? Yes, he made some mistakes, but has he changed? Has he learned his lessons? Is he a new man? Is he a changed man? That's what I'll be praying about. And also, you don't worry about the fact you're not keeping him away from his son. He's keeping himself away. And if he wants to play an active role in his son's life, he's going to have to step up, even financially. It takes more to being a father than visitation. Though that is an important step, the child needs taken care of. And if he wants to, he doesn't have any say as far as I'm concerned. If you let him see his son, even though he owes you $30,000 in back child support, that's you doing him a favor. To me, that's going above and beyond. I wouldn't go that far. If it was me, myself, personally, you owe me $30,000 in back child support, unless I truly feel in my heart that you are a changed man, you are different now, and you're trying to be a good father, then maybe, yeah, I may do it. But if you're the same old guy from years ago, you owe me $30,000, you're not even taking care of your son, no. I say no, he wouldn't be allowed to see his son, but that wouldn't be my fault, that would be his. And if he wants to make it right, then that would be on him to make it right. Anyway, that's my opinion. If you guys have any feedback, be sure to give it to her. And if you don't mind saying a prayer for her, please do so. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till next time, later divas, deuces.